I'm Christina Janney with the Hays Post and Eagle Radio, and I'm speaking with John Scheck of Insurance Planning about the claims department on this episode of the Hays Post podcast.
I just want to start with, we're always excited to come in here, and we're thankful for the opportunity to come in each month and kind of give a little idea of what we all offer at Insurance Planning. And so I've been here in the past, and we've talked about our different departments, the commercial lines. We've had a representative from our commercial lines department. We have a personal lines department that hopefully next month we'll have somebody from there coming in. I'm in the financial services department, so myself, Gene Stramel, Tracy Sokup, Mike Nurnberger, we've all shared on some different topics. We've had Ken Brooks from our loss control department on here as well. Today we have somebody from our claims department, and a lot of you might know John Scheck. John's with me today and excited to have him. He's got 25 years in the insurance industry, so a lot of experience. He's a wealth of knowledge within our agency, and we're very fortunate to have him with us. He's been with Insurance Planning for 22 years, so he has a lot of longevity with us. But John is in charge of our claims department and is one of our claims advocates within that department. So I'm going to pass it over to John. We're excited to have him here with us today.
Good morning, John.
Good morning.
We've had some different departments from Insurance Planning on the show, but can you tell us a little bit about the claims department and Insurance Planning, and what services did that department provide?
Sure, and thank you for the opportunity to allow us to highlight the insurance industry and more specifically our agency at Insurance Planning. You're correct. At Insurance Planning, we're currently staffed with 59 employees. We're located in Hays, Great Bend, and Russell, and we're spread amongst 9 specialized departments. Claims department happens to be where I work. Primarily, the role of a claim advocate is to assist our clients when they have a claim, and sometimes with policy questions. Every once in a while, we play a role in the sales process, and we answer a lot of what ifs. You know, the wind blows, maybe my neighbor's shed blows over, and then somebody calls and says, well, am I covered for that if that happens? Those are the kind of calls we get. Some of the services we provide to our clients include new claim reporting when something bad happens. We provide claim-related forms. Our particular agency insures not only the state of Kansas, but several of the surrounding states. So each state has their specific, claim reporting forms, work comp forms, etc. So we provide that to our insureds. We do claim document processing. So when our insureds have medical bills or estimates or anything like that to submit, we do that on their behalf. We obtain claim status after a claim has been reported, and we also offer claim counseling.
You said the staff in Insurance Planning Claims Department are claims advocates. Is that different than a claims adjuster?
That's a great question. It is different. A claim adjuster usually works for, or they're hired by the insurance company, and they're basically the boots on the ground type people. An adjuster will come out and inspect the damage. Sometimes they even use drones or satellite technology or other means. And then they create an estimate of the damages so payment for the repairs can be made. Also, kind of an unknown position, there are people called claim representatives, and they typically work for the insurance company as well. They're more confined to the office or the desk. Their role is to examine the damage estimate from the adjuster. They compare it to the coverage that the insurance policy has, and then they process the claim for payment. And then at our agency level, we're known as claims advocates. So we try to simplify the claim process for our clients. We answer questions. We file those new claims on behalf of our insureds, and we follow up on claims to make sure our clients are taken care of and they get paid. That's what they buy the insurance for. And then we basically bridge the communication gaps between shops, contractors, maybe the adjusters or attorneys. We're really a liaison for our insureds during the claim process. Most people have a claim, maybe a few times in their life, and they're not really sure what to do, when to do it, or who they should even call. And that's a service we provide for our clients, and we try to take that burden off of them in an already stressful time.
One of the services that you mentioned was claims counseling. What does that entail?
Well, in the current state of the insurance industry, everything seems to be changing. You know, everybody knows that premiums are on the rise. Maybe they're not aware, but certainly deductibles are increasing. Coverage limitations are being added to insurance policies, as well as many other things. A consumer needs to understand how the process works and what to do after something bad happens, that claim time. So, for instance, the wind might blow 60 miles an hour, kind of like forecast for tomorrow, and maybe they find a few shingles laying in their yard. So just because there's apparent damage to their home doesn't really mean that filing a claim on the homeowner policy is the appropriate choice at that point in time. That situation, we would encourage the individual to contact a contractor or maybe a roofer first, have them perform an inspection and determine the repair cost for that damage. And once that estimate is obtained, we can then compare the repair costs versus the actual policy deductible. And for those who don't know, a deductible is the amount the insured or the policyholder has to pay on the loss. And then we determine, is this situation really worth filing a claim? Common deductibles for homeowners today, or maybe even commercial buildings, it could be $1,500, $25,000, $5,000. We've got people that have percentage deductibles that are $10,000, $50,000, so they're pretty high. If the repair costs are less than the deductible, then the homeowner or the property owner would have to bear that expense as a maintenance item, and then they'd fix the roof on their own without any financial assistance from their insurance policy. If claim was filed first, the claim would be closed as a no pay, or it's what we refer to as something that there is no payment, but there was still an attempt to seek benefits from your policy. So that does reflect on your claim history, and it does stay there on your policyholder record. That can impact your future renewal premiums, or in some cases, actually the policy renewal offer.
Is it typical for an insurance agency to have a dedicated in-house claims department?
No, not really. Most agencies have their agents, or also known as the salespeople, or maybe a customer service representative help out when claim situations are presented. Frequently, policyholders are instructed to maybe call the insurance company direct, or maybe they go online and work the claim on their own. They get an 800 number or a www. At Insurance Planning, we actually have 3 full-time dedicated claims advocates. They're available to assist our clients with claims. And for their convenience, sometimes we meet face-to-face in our office. We can discuss questions over the phone, email, we've got video chat. So really, we try to accommodate our clientele however and whenever we can.
Is there a charge associated with the claims service that Insurance Planning provides?
There is not. Insurance Planning Claims Department is a value-added service for our clientele.
You mentioned that Insurance Planning provides both commercial and personal insurance. Can you explain some of the differences between those two? And do you offer claim services to all the Insurance Planning clients?
Sure. Commercial insurance really encompasses everything from farms, small businesses, maybe out on Main Street, service business, large and small, manufacturing, the oil field, which is really big for us, medical type businesses, to school districts and municipalities. I mean, you name it, we probably insure it. Those policies include auto, property, general liability, and work comp, as well as all of the specialty coverages for each one of those industries. And we also do sell bonds. Some of those contractors and others need bonding to do their job, so we offer that as a service as well. In personal insurance, that's really autos, boats, RVs, motorcycles. It's that time of the year, so people should be thinking of that. Homeowners and umbrella liability policies. These are the things that you and I might need. Coverages between commercial and personal are sometimes similar in nature, but quite honestly, they're very different. That's why we departmentalize and we specialize our services at Insurance Planning. Our claims advocates are trained to process and service the claims in all of these different types of insurance. If you look, we're credentialed. Some of us are certified insurance counselors. Some of us are certified insurance service representatives. So we learn a little bit about numerous industries, Many of our employees have started their career in the claims department, and then they've maneuvered throughout our agency. So they have a general understanding of how the policy works, which we believe is a benefit to our clients.
John, you have an extensive experience in your field. As an experience with the claims department, what can you share with our listeners as just general advice about insurance that might help them with their needs?
Well, at Insurance Planning, we represent a couple of dozen major insurance companies in our personal lines department, and a few hundred actually in our commercial lines department. So that being said, there are numerous other choices locally. You can drive around and, there's competition not only here in Hays, but all over. And there's literally hundreds of different insurance companies online. But a consumer, they typically buy the word insurance. So when we get the phone call, they need auto insurance. So they really don't call and ask for specific coverages. They just want insurance. And typically price is that key element that influences their buying decision. So what everybody needs to understand is there are differences in policies from one insurance company to another. That cookie cutter approach is probably not the best way to buy. So, for instance, sometimes a claim occurs and people are frustrated because the current policy did not perform to their expectations. So, we've just got to look at all the specifics within the policy and see, what can we do to help their next buying decision.
Storm season is approaching. We have bad weather coming up in the next couple of days. What is the typical process if someone thinks they have damage?
Well, on property claims, again, I would encourage someone to consider calling a local contractor they know or maybe have been referred to. For roofs, you can Google the Kansas Roofer Registration, which will provide a list of roofers that are registered at the Kansas Attorney General Office. On property or auto claims, you can find out what those repair costs are for the damage, then call to get the claim set up if needed. Keep good documentation. Submit repair estimates for approval before repairs are made. It's really important to do that, get all of the little quirks of the situation ironed out before those repairs are started. Keep open lines of communication with the agent or the adjuster, and then submit all your bills to the agent or the adjuster. This will usually keep claims moving and hopefully provide a good ending.
So as we wrap up today, do you have any parting advice for our listeners, John?
Sure, absolutely. I would encourage everybody to find an insurance agent that you like, and you trust. Make your buying decisions on coverage, not solely on price alone. I would encourage everybody to read their policy and review policy coverages, limits, and the deductible at least annually. Ask your agent for a policy review. We're all consumers of the insurance, and we buy insurance to provide a sense of financial security when losses happen. Make sure you have adequate coverage, and, if you've got a claim to file on your insurance policy, make sure you're involved. To conclude, if any listeners are looking for an agent to help them with their insurance need, give us a call at Insurance Planning, 785-625-5605. You can check us out on Facebook or Twitter, or you can visit us online at www.insurance-planning.com. We'd love to have an opportunity to earn your business.